90-Day Fiancé. Signs Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatten have money problems. They seem eager to return to the franchise. Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh's eagerness to be featured again on the 90-Day Fiancé franchise suggests possible financial struggles they may be experiencing. Originally from Palm Springs, Jenny was content living a single life in the United States when she first connected with her Indian husband, Sumit, on Facebook. Although Sumit initially catfished her on social media, Jenny was enamored by his personality. After starting a relationship with him online, Jenny traveled to India, where she faced cultural differences that hindered her from marrying Sumit. The couple couldn't plan a future together despite being deeply in love. After years of struggling, Jenny and Sumit finally tied the knot in 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 3. They defied Sumit's parents' wishes, leading to family arguments. When Sumit informed his parents about the wedding, his relationship with them deteriorated further. His parents disowned him and forbade him from returning to them. Thankfully, Sumit and his family eventually reconciled. They accepted Jenny as part of their family, which inspired Sumit to consider starting his own family with his wife. The couple remains childless as of December 2024. Sumit and Jenny are pleading with the network to cast them. Sumit and Jenny claim their story still has even more intriguing twists to come. Sumit and Jenny have been happily married since August 2021, but their recent actions suggest they may now be facing a critical financial condition. Their appearances in different seasons of the franchise in recent years likely provided them with financial stability, especially considering the exchange rates between Indian and American currencies. Jenny and Sumit may have lived comfortably until January 2023, when they stopped being in the spotlight. The lack of reality TV work in the past 2 years may have led them to deplete their funds. Therefore, they are now seeking ways to increase their income. Jenny and Sumit are eager to return to the show, possibly to boost their earnings. In an Instagram post by @90Day Fiancecast, Jenny wrote, "Jenny and Sumit would love to be back on The Other Way," followed by a folded hands emoji. She mentioned her story with Sumit isn't over yet and expressed a desire for an opportunity to return. The couple hasn't only requested the network to bring them back to the show but also indicated to fans that they are prepared to come back with an interesting storyline, subtly encouraging them to urge the network to rehire them. Sumit doesn't seem to have a well-paying job. Jenny opposed Sumit working full-time. There has always been speculation about Sumit not having a suitable job to provide for Jenny in India. There were suggestions that Sumit was lazy, unambitious, and relied on Jenny's social security benefits money. However, during 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 7, Sumit informed Jenny he would want to return to work as a chef at his friend's restaurant. However, Jenny was unhappy with Sumit being away from her 6 days a week. She voiced her need for support at home and navigating language barriers outside the house. Considering that Sumit doesn't discuss his career outside of reality TV and his limited availability for work, it appears that the couple may need quick money. A look at the couple's social media feed suggests they aren't traveling as much as they used to. Although both Sumit and Jenny keep experimenting with the latest fashion styles, it's possible that their monthly budget can't accommodate extravagant expenses anymore. With Jenny's pension covering just enough to scrape by in India, it might not be sufficient for them to relish their married life truly. Sumit's visit to the US is still pending. Sumit may lack sufficient funds for his trip to America. Sumit's lack of an American visa also suggests financial issues. Most foreign cast members often travel to their partner's home in the United States. However, Sumit hasn't yet been able to make the trip, possibly due to the cost involved in obtaining a visa and purchasing round-trip tickets for 2 people. Sumit had been financially secure, he would have likely visited the United States by now. It seems the 90-Day Fiancé franchise alum doesn't have enough money to plan a trip, which is why he hasn't shown interest in visiting his wife's home country. Jenny Slatten cuddles with Sumit's mom on Mother's Day. 90-Day Fiancé star Jenny Slatten has been living happily with Sumit Singh. The two defied all odds despite all the doubts in their relationship. Sumit's parents were once against their marriage. However, the 66-year-old woman from California eventually won the hearts of her in-laws. She even took to social media to share a heartwarming photo with her mother-in-law. Keep reading to see the sweet picture. 90 Day Fiancé, how are Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatten today? Sumit and Jenny are some of the most successful TLC stars today. Despite having no projects with the network, the two continue to gain popularity due to their online positivity. The 90 Day Fiancé stars presently earn income through Cameo. Sumit has also been busy uploading recipe videos over the past few weeks. The married couple also likes to travel around India and do memorable activities. In April, Sumit and Jenny impressed their followers after sharing a clip from their digital golf game. Jenny cuddles with mother-in-law on Mother's Day. In an IG Stories post, Jenny shared a throwback photo from April with Sumit and her mother-in-law, Sadhna. The 90 Day Fiancé star was encouraging her fans to book a cameo with them for Mother's Day. Celebrate the special moms in your life with a personalized video shout-out from us. Book now to make Mother's Day extra memorable, she said. But what's noticeable is how Jenny Slatten cuddles with her mother-in-law. It just shows that their relationship has been great behind cameras. Their reconciliation began when Sadhna revealed that she finally accepted Jenny into the family during an episode of 90 Day Diaries. Since then, Jenny has uploaded sweet photos with Sadhna. 90 Day Fiancé, Jenny Slatten upsets fans. Despite all the positivity, there are times when Jenny is questioned by some. In March, the 90 Day Fiancé star was called out for seemingly begging for a large sum of money to help treat her daughter's dog. Sumit Singh's wife put up a fundraiser with a goal of $5,000. However, some fans told her that she should have enough money to cover her daughter's dog, especially with all the earnings she made from the reality show. Jenny Slatten later apologized and took down her post after all the criticism she received. "I took down my post, sorry to ask for your help." "Thank you anyway," the reality TV personality said. Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatten are begging to be on 90 Day Fiancé, the other way, why they don't deserve to return. Jenny and Sumit want to return to 90 Day Fiancé, but fans think their story has become stale. Jenny seeks to share more of her and Sumit's story, despite negative reactions from viewers. Jenny has embraced Indian culture, but her peaceful life in India may not be enough to keep fans engaged. Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh want to return to 90 Day Fiancé, the other way, but the network should avoid casting them again. The California woman and the Indian man seemed like an impossible match initially. They had too many barriers, such as cultural and family problems, that weren't fixable. Sumit and Jenny also had a huge age gap that made them incompatible. Yet, they were able to find a solution and overcome all the hurdles. The couple tied the knot in 90 Day Fiancé, the Other Way Season 3 finale a few years ago. Jenny married Sumit without the permission of his family. It became a big problem in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 7, leading to major arguments. Ultimately, Sumit and Jenny didn't break up under pressure. They continued their relationship and became one of the most compatible pairs in the franchise's history. Over the months, Jenny and Sumit have thrived together. They've achieved various milestones, celebrated festivals, and settled in India. The couple has a huge following on social media, where they share their latest adventures. They seem content with their harmonious lives. Why Jenny wants to return to the show with Sumit? Jenny wants to share the rest of the story with fans. Jenny and Sumit's story was over after 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 7, however, Jenny recently surprised social media users by showing interest in rejoining the franchise and sharing the next chapter of her life with viewers. In May 2024, she commented on the official 90 Day Fiancé casting Instagram page at 90 Day Fiancecast and asked them to cast her again. Jenny wrote, "Jenny and Sumit would love to be back on The Other Way," adding that there's more to her story than what happened last time. She posted a praying hand emoji, showing eagerness to rejoin the spin-off. Unfortunately, Jenny's comment didn't get the best reaction from many viewers. While a few fans replied to her and asked them to return, most despised the idea. An Instagram user commented, "Please don't come back," begging Jenny not to return to the spin-off. Another user responded, "They are so boring," asserting that the couple is no longer interesting. Jenny does want to join the show because she feels there's more to her and Sumit's story. However, fans are fed up with them and don't want to see them return for the fifth time. Sumit and Jenny's storyline has become stale. Their story doesn't have many plot twists. Jenny and Sumit's story has become boring, which is a big reason fans are against their return. When the couple first debuted in the franchise, their story was full of twists and turns. From Sumit's catfish scandal to his first marriage, it was adventurous and very entertaining. Unfortunately, that is no longer the case. Jenny has no hurdles left as she has already married her beau. Sumit also settled down and claimed he didn't want to move to the United States. Therefore, the network has no reason to cast them, as they probably don't have much to offer. Sumit's parents have always been the main villains in his relationship with Jenny. If the couple returns, their story will again revolve around the same old family issues. Over the years, fans have seen every kind of drama between Jenny and her in-laws. They've seen Sumit's mom forcing Jenny to do chores and trying to break her spirit. Last time, fans saw Sumit's parents disown him for marrying Jenny, only to reconcile with him later. Therefore, it doesn't seem like anything else is left in the couple's story besides little hiccups. Jenny has adapted well to Indian culture. Jenny isn't a great choice for the spin-off. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way is an interesting spin-off. It showcases Americans trying to understand their partner's culture and live according to their norms. The spin-off works well with newcomers because fans get to see something new each time. At the same time, it becomes unbearable every time some old cast members return to it. An example of this comes from Season 5, where Armando Rubio and Kenny Niedermeyer failed to engage fans. They had the most boring story because they adapted perfectly to each other's cultures. Jenny and Sumit's ongoing situation is similar to Armando and Kenny's. They are together and understand each other well. Moreover, Jenny has fully embraced Indian culture and has become just as Indian as Sumit. She loves celebrating Hindu festivals, understands traditions, and welcomes cultural changes. Jenny isn't rebellious like her co-star, Kimberly Rochelle, who refused to accept her Indian beau's family. She's much more gentle and a sweet woman. Over the months, Jenny has posted many videos of her life in India. She seems much more peaceful and content in the Asian country. Sumit and Jenny look extremely happy in family pictures. Jenny gets invited to family events. Sumit and Jenny are living their best lives in India. They've come a long way and resolved many of their issues. Not only has Sumit reconciled with his mother, but he has also re-established a connection with his family. He and Jenny often visit their loved ones and celebrate festivals together. Sumit and Jenny are also more in love than before. Many of the couple's videos show them traveling across India. The two recently celebrated their wedding anniversary. They also visited Jaipur and hung out with fellow 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way star Rishi Singh. How could Sumit and Jenny make their story more interesting? Jenny and Sumit could travel to the US. Sumit and Jenny can make their story interesting in only a few ways. One such way is for Jenny to take the next step in becoming more Indian for her husband and learn Hindi. She could do this while looking for the perfect surrogate, as Sumit has shown interest in becoming a father. Jenny can also make her story more engaging by applying for Sumit's spousal visa in the US. If Jenny and Sumit want to return to 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, they'll have to bring something new to the table. This 90 Day Fiancé couple begs to rejoin The Other Way after teasing there's more to our story. Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh want to be recast on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, sharing that there's more to their story. Fans may not be excited to see the couple return, but Jenny and Sumit could bring new surprises. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way flips the script with couples heading overseas, facing culture shock and challenges. Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh asked the network to recast them on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way. The Californian woman and her Indian beau had an interesting journey on the 90 Day Fiancé spin-off. They had a 30-year age gap but didn't let it stop them from pursuing each other. Initially, Jenny faced a lot of challenges while settling down in India. She overcame many hurdles but still couldn't impress her in-laws. Sumit realized he had to step in to take control of the situation. He married Jenny without telling his parents and was disowned by his family. 90 Day Fiancé's Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh took to social media to reveal their interest in returning to The Other Way. The 90 Day Fiancé casting page at 90 Day Fiancecast recently shared a post on Instagram. They invited interested couples to join 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way and wrote, "We are looking for Americans who are moving out of the USA permanently to be with their romantic partner abroad." The post received many interesting responses. One such comment came from Jenny, who said she and her husband would love to be back on The Other Way again. The former 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way star added, "There's more to our story than what you've shown," followed by a folded hands emoji. What have Jenny and Sumit been doing since 90 Day Fiancé? Jenny Slatten is assimilating into Indian culture. Jenny and Sumit last appeared in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 7. Their story mostly revolved around their post-marriage lives in India and family drama. Over the last 2 years, Jenny and Sumit have come a long way. They've reached many milestones and built a beautiful life together. In August 2023, Sumit and Jenny celebrated their second wedding anniversary. They traveled to Jaipur and seemed happy. The duo has also achieved youthful glow-ups, with Jenny looking like she has aged backwards since marrying Sumit. She has fully embraced Indian food, culture, and festivals. Sumit and Jenny's story is certainly not over yet. In the last season, Sumit talked about giving a grandchild to his parents to regain their love. However, Jenny quickly dismissed his idea. Although Sumit's family has accepted Jenny, he may still aspire to become a father. The couple has a lot to discuss, since Jenny doesn't want to get pregnant in her 60s, and Sumit wishes to be a father in the next 2 years. If Jenny and Sumit get cast again on The Other Way, they could discuss their future goals of having a child through adoption. While Jenny wants to return to TV, there might not be a lot of eagerness to see her story unfold. Over the last few years, there have been many complaints that the same face is returning to 90 Day Fiancé. It would be great to watch new stories and experience something different. Since Jenny and Sumit have already returned to the 90 Day Fiancé franchise 4 times, it's understandable why not everyone would want to see them return. Still, Jenny and Sumit are a dynamic duo. Therefore, they may surprise 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way fans with a new plot twist in their story. 90 Day Fiancé, Sumit Singh is the biggest liar of the franchise. He's lied more than once. Sumit's relationship with Jenny is built on lies. He catfished her and hid a secret marriage from her. Sumit repeatedly lied to Jenny and his parents, leaving them with trust issues. Despite the turmoil, Sumit and Jenny eventually secretly married, overcoming years of deception and obstacles. Since Sumit Singh first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 1, he's repeatedly proven that he's the biggest liar in franchise history, despite some stiff competition. Sumit first met his partner Jenny Slatten online in 2012, and since then, the two have had a tumultuous relationship. Sumit and his long-suffering partner Jenny were finally able to get married in 2021, after a decade of Sumit's lies, secrets, delays, and deceptions. Sumit and Jenny's relationship has been rocky, to say the least, and fans have watched it play out during several 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way seasons, and also on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Throughout the process, Sumit lied to Jenny, even after she gave up her entire life to move to India to be with him. She quit her job, cashed out her savings, and left her kids behind. She did so in order to be with a man who couldn't even be honest with her. Also, he wouldn't stand up to his parents. Sumit catfished Jenny. Michael Jones. Sumit and Jenny's relationship was built on the foundation of Sumit's lies. 60-year-old Jenny, who had been living in Palm Springs, California, met a man she thought was a 25-year-old Englishman named Michael Jones. Jenny and Michael fell deeply in love on the internet. Sumit finally admitted to Jenny that he was really an Indian man who worked at a call center. Despite the massive betrayal, Jenny forgave Sumit and moved to India to marry him during 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 1. When Jenny arrived in India, she soon learned that the catfishing incident wasn't the only time Sumit had lied to her. Sumit didn't tell Jenny he was married. A stunning secret. Sumit was acting strangely from the moment Jenny arrived in India during 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 1, which she chalked up to the fact that his parents disapproved of their relationship. Sumit would leave Jenny alone in the apartment for days at a time while he lived at his parents' house. Though this was a difficult and lonely time for Jenny, it was about to get worse. One night, there was a knock at the apartment door and there was a man there claiming to be the father of Sumit's wife. Apparently, Sumit had entered into an arranged marriage 2.5 years ago and never mentioned it to Jenny. Sumit had plans to marry Jenny, but he couldn't because he was already married to someone else. Divorce in India is much more difficult than divorce in the United States. Though Sumit and his wife weren't happy together, it would be a long road before he'd be free to marry Jenny. To make matters worse, Sumit's wife's family sued Sumit, so he was saddled with a $40,000 debt. Sumit lied to his parents repeatedly. After Sumit finally told Jenny who he really was, Jenny flew to India for a visit. While there, she stayed with Sumit's parents, claiming to be a platonic friend. Since Jenny was closer